Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Solo, obviously, sort of, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna be playing alone for a bit. Might be playing more of this with Bird later tonight, hard to tell. But anyway, so I wasn't able to work on this sweet, sexy transforming car, for at least a couple of days, because, they updated the game. We showed it off a little bit in the bathtub, racers, and some other stuff. But yeah, anyway, that was the new update. So Durf, of course, has responded with his own update, which makes mods available again. You can download it from his YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Durf, I think. Google it if you don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to show you how to download or install mods because that's way too much time out of my day when you can figure it out on your own. You're smart people, presumably. And if you're not, I can't help you. Anyway, so Durf has added some new things. He's added a paintable glass block icon. I don't know, it looks nicer. It's different from the regular glass blocks. There's, you know, the usual set. There's a new glowing block, which is over here. What it seems to do is not actually take any light. It probably actually glows if you're on the dark map. You know, whatever his dark setup is. But, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Right now it's just kind of this blinding red. I can change the color to whatever I want. It's usually white. I assume if I do black, it just does. Yeah, it's like just a cool flat black. It has some building potential, but obviously we need to be on a much darker map. This is supposedly the mirror map, the mirror block, but I don't actually know what it does. Like, it doesn't really seem. It kind of. No, it doesn't reflect. It reflects. Oh, that's interesting. They actually have a generic reflection that it reflects, which is odd. Okay, so yeah, it's not great. Here is actually probably one of my favorites. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's going to be funny. Hard to tell, but you can see maybe just a little bit here. These are invisible blocks. Blocks with almost no texture. I think the alpha is like 1. But, you know, unless you're like really paying attention, it's pretty hard to tell that it's there. Like, you can kind of see there's like a little bit of fuzz covering the car or not. Maybe, I don't know. And then the last one is the chrome blocks. Which, I mean, it's pretty much the mirror block, just slightly less reflective. Unfortunately, they both default to kind of green. Anyway, so there's that. And apart from that, I don't think there's other major blocks yet. There's no driving bathtub. Which is a bit of a shame, but honestly kind of makes sense. And, oh yeah, we do have a Lego brick, the fancy duck statue, and a spare lift, which I'm curious about. So I'm going to put this down. And no, I'm going to put that there. Okay, let's put the spare lift on the bar. Can I? Is it just a block? Oh, interesting. So the spare lift is a building block using the lift model. So it doesn't actually work as a lift. It just can be put down for reasons. I don't know. Anyway, there's also, like, the lightweight pipe. Some of these are Grego things, but, like, not quite. I don't know. I'm curious. There's also glowing curves. And some more glass wedges. And some other stuff. Train rails, yeah. Let's see. Did he add anything else? Doesn't look like he added any new ramps, so I'm not going to do much with them. Okay, well, yeah. So, that's it for updates on Durf's mod pack. Obviously, if you want to see a more in-depth version, go check out his channel, because he'll probably do it. I'm here right now, so I can work on this. Everything else matters a little bit less to me. Alright, so let's open this sucker up. Looks awesome. Kind of reminds me of a artichoke, actually, when it unfolds. So, the biggest issue is twofold. One, we need to close off the back so you can't see this normally, and secondary, we got to get some actual thrusters in here. No, we could actually just use regular thruster blocks, something simple. But I really like these like light little thrusters. They look cool. So let's do that, and oh, I had done some weird ramp business, but I hadn't mirrored it to the other side. Let's do that first. Oh, I wish I had done that initially. Okay, jeez. Okay, so we've got the ramps, so it's really just we need a What is this? A 1x4... 1x4 ramp. Block, 1 ramp. And, okay, so let's start with that. And we probably want to do low collision just because. So let's do 1x4 and a 1x1. Okay. I have a couple other ideas that I want to get done in here. I guess I should probably start making it in reverse. That way we know we've got the measurements correct. Okay. So that's good. And then we just, all we need is a 1x4 here. There? Seems good. I didn't have anything to close that off. Let's just try a, let's try a 1x1. It seems nice enough. I don't know if... I might extend it. Let's extend it back 1 further, and then we'll do the 1 by... the slight ramping. I think? I don't know. No. Hey, let's just do like a 1x2 or something. Have it like swoosh. And, ooh, you know what? That could work. Okay, let's nix this. And this. And let's do a 1x2 here as well. Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay. So then we'll do like a 1x1 here. And here. We'll have to figure out more past this point. But yeah, I'm starting to try and close this all off so it looks nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'll figure out what to do with this lower section. I could do a 1x1. I might want to do another ramp, actually. Either way, right now what I want to do is actually delete all of these. That fell. Oh, because there's some more. Okay. Well, that's fine. I should probably actually save a copy of this thing, just in case I destroy everything in its mother, because I realized when I actually launched this today, I don't have a version of the transforming car. I think I did just save it, but still. But yeah, I didn't have a version saved, which is kind of bad. Just in case I do make a mistake or lose the world or something like that. I mean, lose the world sounds maybe a little bit on the melodramatic side, but still. Okay, so we've got to do this. We need these blocks here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to have to figure out what ramps I had holding it together on the lower side. That's the 1x4. We need a welding tool. I'll just do welding. I'm not painting this sucker anyway. And I gotta put it on the left. Okay. So let's see. It does... I think it's just a 1x3 directly below it. No, it's another 1x4, just staggered back one with a 1x1 directly beneath it. Okay, that's easy enough. I really wish you could actually use buttons. In accordance, like, while on a lift. That'd be really nice. Okay, so for lucky, I can get rid of that, and it's not just gonna fall on me. Good. Okay, no, it was sticking a little bit. Oh, that's not what I'm aiming at. It just sticks a little bit. I think part of it is these... Oh, it has something to do with these blocks here. Alright, you know what? It looks like it clicks into place? Okay. Little concerning. I'm just going to accept it because there's really not much I can do. Apart from, you know, accept that it's going to be kind of broke nonsense. Alright, so let's close it. Close enough. Let's add some more thrusters in here. I just want to see where some of these things end up. When I transform it. This might bungle it a little bit. No, actually looks pretty okay. Let's put maybe 2 more there. I'm pretty down with this, honestly. Just this number of thrusters, we got some big ones. I mean, it's half tempting to actually put 2 more big ones in here, but that's a little bit big. Whereas this way, when we expand out, we end up with a buttload of thrusters in interesting positions. Maybe, let's undo these. Maybe if I just put them here. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. I don't know what I'm going to do on this internal section. There's got to be some kind of cool-looking block that I can put there, or some kind of fun-looking thing. Can I just have, like, a rectangular light lens? Oh, but that's not the... That's not the right one. That's the Durf one. I actually don't know. Do they provide light now? No, not yet. Okay. I mean, we could just have, like, timers. A timer. Let's switch to a paint tool. Let's see if I can paint the exterior. I don't know. I don't know what either of these means. Let's do... If I just crank this up. So it's 1 second. Let's do 10 seconds, 400 ticks. Let's see what happens if I guess let's open this up. I'm just going to look at the back. I don't know how timers work. I just want to see them. Okay, we're going to close that. Okay. Let's just max it out. Let's see how many ticks we can possibly nab here. Yeah, the follow cam is not a particularly big fan of this. Is it going up? Oh yeah, it is going up. It's just going up really, really slowly. Okay. How about if I do something like that? Like, real quick. I don't know how these timers are supposed to work. Maybe that's just some kind of weird delay. Okay, maybe let's nix the timer. Let's just do some logic gates. Maybe there's some kind of dumb thing I can do with a logic gate. It looks nice. You could just have those, because they look cool. I have no idea. You know, let's nix it. Let's nix both for the time being. Let's just put more thrusters in here. I guess gotta go fast? I don't know. This whole back section is just gonna unfurl somehow. I'm not even sure how yet. And it's just gonna be like, that's a lot of thrusters. That is too many thrusters. And then I'm going to tell it to go, and then it's going to destroy itself and everything. As a lot of thrusters. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't unfold in particularly interesting ways. Just a couple of them do. Okay, see if I can get one more set in here. Because, yeah, unfortunately, there's almost nothing I can do on these green ones. Is there? I might be able to fit, like, a 1x4 ramp. And net at least a little bit more space. One by four, 1x4. 1x1s. Yeah, I'll just continue my general style. We'll give it a... We'll up this a bit. Might as well close that, take a look. Oh, you know what? Alternative idea. I don't really like these ramps up top. I like this thing having kind of a low profile. So let's nix these. Actually, no. You know what? We're going to nix these two. Okay, so we want 1x1 ramps right here. That seems reasonable. Okay. So thruster, thruster, thruster. Okay, that looks a little bit better. We're going to nix these as well, because they also look kind of bad. Let's close this up. Yeah, I want as few pointing straight backwards as possible. Just because, you know, looks cooler this way. Okay. So if we do that, and then we hit the switch, it still unfurls. We end up with still a bunch sticking backwards, but it splays out a lot more reasonably. So in this case, let's actually just get rid of these. Gonna get rid of these. We are gonna do the one more big thruster, now that I'm thinking about it. There's gonna be a lot of junk in the trunk. I like how this looks. Close it all down. Okay, so we end up with this. Now the biggest issue is, of course, you can see these. And to some degree, I want this to be, like, super sneaky hidden business, for the most part. Now, the problem is either we end up adding more junk to the trunk, or we build out and around. So some of these are going to be visible no matter what. Let's see if I can just start doing weird easy tricks to hide some of them. Like this. Fortunately, a lot of these are low collision blocks. Makes it a bit harder. Okay, so this way mostly works. Let's put these there. See if we can get some. I'm just gonna have these like weird kind of spike things coming off the back. I mean, I could also use some other block types to get this working, but I think this will be fine. Okay, so we'll do this, get some 1x2s in. We don't need any more bearings. I guess this technically means I could bring my... I could bring my wheels back a bit further if I wanted to. Mild temptation. Mild. Okay, low collision. Low collision. 2. I guess in this case, let's get rid of these. Let's press that button and see how this unfolds. Just so we know what we're looking at. Alright, this actually looks really quite cool. Yeah, I don't mind the lower ones being shown. I think maybe what I'll do is extend the tires backwards, even. What do we think? Because I do that... Huh. That is weird. Do we have... Didn't Durf have some, like... odd angled... No. Durf didn't have any odd angled ones. Like a 2x3 or a 3x3. Yeah, there we are. I'm a little bit leery to use those. So do we want to... Do you want to extend it backwards just a little bit? It actually looks pretty nice if I did do that. Ooh, ideas. Okay, let's fold this out a little bit. So that's a 1x3, 2, 3. Now the ramps aren't coming off the green blocks. That would have actually worked out had I done that. I'm just realizing I probably could have put some like 1x8 ramps here or something just to break up the monotony. Okay, I guess in that case, let's grab... I don't like this, like, weird seam here. It looks weird to me. I mean, honestly, this is probably all, like, weird and niggling for everybody. Everybody watching this is just like, come on, Wander, just do whatever. Whoa, hi? Okay, I don't know why I randomly got popped over here. Watch Bird just be standing behind me with a cheeky hammer. Oh. Oh, these are 1x3s. Huh. Well, in that case, I can delete a little bit further in. Awesome. Okay, there we go. So that solves this weird seam issue and looks really nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the back tires off. We're gonna extend this like weird frog leg mechanic further. I guess I'll just take that off. Yeah, so this way I'm going to be able to, whenever these fall down hard, I'm like, please don't break on me. Yeah, so this way I'm going to actually extend the frog leg tire system back further. Is that just a regular block? I should probably extend it outwards. Just so we know. How many of these are regular blocks? Okay, that one is. Okay. Yeah, because we want these thrusters to be kind of hidden. But we got some things we can do. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I don't know what I just got rid of. Wasn't the block I was aiming at though. That's one thing I don't like about low collision blocks. They are... Oh, we're gonna have to worry about the small thruster rotation I just noticed. Well, that's something to note. Anyway, I actually have no idea what I just deleted. Well, I'm gonna take that as a sign and assume that everything will be fine. Okay. So yeah, what we want to do is actually extend this back far enough that we can actually mask off this this back end. Let's see. Need the welding tool again. I'm just gonna do that. So that's all one section. That's all one section. So if I do put a block there, it's going to limit some of these things. Or alternatively, we could actually have it transform even further. Let's do that because why not? Okay, so let's get rid of this block, and this block. I'm gonna give this thing some wings, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, invisible bearing. That's the number one. We need low collision, and we need invisible bearing. Past that, everything else is kind of whatever I want. Okay. Okay, we want it to be like that, presumably. Like that. That and that. Let's see. This should work. So this is extending that backwards. I'm just using a bunch of 1x2s because they all actually look pretty sleek together. And gives us a good form. Okay, the last complications are here and here. Okay, let's get rid of this one. These little 1 blocks look a little odd with what I'm doing. Let's do something a little bit different. We've got a couple of blocks that we've never used before. So let's do 1x3. 1x3 right here. Okay. It looks a little odd. But I think it's okay. It's just a bit more angular than anything else I've done here. But I think that's acceptable, in a way. Okay, and then we need 1x2s. Just so the swooshiness is not lost. There we go. Okay, so next up we need... probably just more 1x2s? Or do we want to do... let's do 1x3 so the entire thing is masked off. That seems like a better choice here. It's going to look really interesting when it unfolds. Good thing I didn't make this odd width. That would have made this trick totally impossible. Okay. And you know what? What if we reverse it here? Can I can do that. Huh. Low collision blocks. You're weird. Okay. So we're gonna need this here and here. Ah, crap. One too many. I guess, yeah, I'll hook these up to this one. We're just gonna have them come out, I'm thinking, let's do 75 degrees, probably. Okay, so initial problem, obviously, rotated the wrong way. Doing the wrong thing, though. Okay, let's see what happens if I try it again. It's colliding with something. I guess we just have too many ramps? Because the other one came out. Oh, maybe it's because it's not holding its weight particularly well. Let's see what I can do. So we've got this block. Here, let's maybe paint them a different color than that. Let's just do blue again. I don't even know what I painted blue there. So blue and blue. Those are the two that unfold sideways. The mild temptation I have, actually, I like this block here, but let's get rid of it and drop that. Yeah, the frog leg system that I had earlier works great. It just needs a little bit extra room to maneuver. Okay, so we've got this down here. I'm gonna put another invisible bearing here, here. Now, we've got these parts that we just knocked off. What I'm gonna do is weld them back on, assuming it lets me. Good. Okay, and please just let me weld it back on with no fuss. Thank you. Okay. And then if we attach them to the top. Okay. Open that back up. Open these back up. What we need to do is we need to have these go down like 15 degrees. It's not much. Just enough to boost it off the ground. Is that that's the right one. Okay, cool. Except for 15 degrees is pretty drastic, actually, looking at this. Let's do, like, 3 degrees. Like, we really don't want it to be that different, especially because that's going to mess with how the tires go. There we go. So this way, the quote-unquote wing bits will open up and not have any major issues. Yeah, the only problem is they have these, like, weird jags to them. Let's see if I can... I can't really close it that easily. And actually see what's going on in there. Ooh. Also, doesn't seem like it closed fully. Let's get rid of these ramps. I think they're impacting badly. So instead, okay, I wanted to see, is there space? There? Looks like there's space on both sides. Okay. That should be good. If I open this back up, we should have some... ramps. Looks nice. Gonna get rid of these. I think they originally closed things off, but not in this case. Okay. And let's put it on a ramp again, just to see how everything connects. So that's that. Alright. So all we have to do is figure out how the deuce are we going to get the rest of this to fill out. Because apparently this is too much. Maybe we can tolerate it. I don't know. Okay. Ugh. That was different. Looks nicer, but still. Okay, so those are there. So all we need really left at this point is to get... I guess from the underside you can actually see a lot more than you'd think. Not exactly what I call desirable. Also right there. Okay. Off the lift. I guess it makes sense. We should probably put... I'm gonna assume a 1x1 ramp should look fine there. Looks fine there. None of the thrusters are covered except for this internal one. Which honestly... Oh. Okay. Let's take a look at bearing 4. Is it reversing? Okay, so there's something wrong with bearing 4 here. And I don't know what the answer is. I guess let's try just 60 degrees instead. Maybe if okay, so this time it's definitely going internal. No, it's not. It just doesn't go any further? Okay, I'm gonna cut that off. There's something funky with these ramps. So instead of trying to fight them, like I have been, we're just going to accept that they're not going to cover it properly. I mean, the other thing is, we could actually just... No, I really don't want to do that. I don't know. I mean, I could have... Trying to figure this out is a surprisingly difficult process. So what if I do like 1x2s here? Wrong side, maybe? It is also ending up with this, like, weird butt cone, which I'm not entirely a fan of. It's not much I can... or... I'm not gonna say... It's not butt cone, it just has an... It has a butt crack. I'm not a big fan of the butt crack. Okay, what if I do... What if I do just regular 1 ramps here? What if I almost have them going in like this? Okay, this is looking a little bit better. And then all we need here and here are some 1x2s. And then I think we're golden. Okay, so you can still see stuff if you're underneath or looking at this from various angles, but it's not nearly as bad as it was once upon a time. So I'm going to expand these up so they currently match. Okay, now let's go put on the that surface panel. We need just regular surface panels. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. We need some 1x1s in here, probably. Just because that angling looked odd. Okay, 1, 2, surface panel, surface panel. Okay, so this way, we can put the tires on here. I'll just do that. Looks a little odd, but it's fine. I might almost have it fold out the other direction. I don't know. We'll figure out where to put various things with those ramps. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really care right now. I mostly just want to get this thing driving. Or, well, I guess it already drove. I just want to be done with this. It's been a fun ride building this thing. But it's nice to move on, find new projects, screw around with new stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna expand it out a little bit further. I could expand it less, but let's just do invisible bearings because I have them on hand. I do have some other ideas that I'd like to mess around with, but I think I'll mess around with them either at a later date or no, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I like these tires. What if I try these? Are they going to be comically huge in comparison? Now that we've actually, like, built this thing up, it doesn't actually seem so bad. I might almost extend the front ones out a little bit more. Just so they, I'll think about it. Anyway, let's paint them. They just look so much nicer. I'm so sorry, Durf. For not using your wheels anymore. I'm sure you probably don't. I'm not even sure if Durf watches these, but I'm sure he also doesn't care too much. Okay. I might have messed up here. I might have to cut some parts off. Well, we'll find out quickly. 2. Okay, so if we press that, it all kind of glitches into position. This gets stuck again. Man. Is it that? Yeah, whatever it is, these corner pieces are screwing it up. every single time. Okay, that flashing is becoming a problem. Okay. Yeah. So it was those weird diagonal blocks. Okay. Can I get rid of this singular block? Looks like I can. We're gonna try something a little bit different. Okay, so we're gonna do... Let's do a 1x1, and let's try like a 1x2 here. We might still run afoul of this same problem. Ooh, that is like seamless, actually. And to be fair, I'm a big fan of seams on these things. But like, that actually looks really nice. Okay, now let's see if it transforms. Yeah, okay, looks like it transforms, no problem now. Correction? One transforms a little bit more than the other does. Which are they? 3 and 4. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna leave him at 45 degrees. Seeing as one only seems to be able to transform that much, we might as well just accept that and move on. Yeah, it seems to go back. It just doesn't go any further than that. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so the last thing was, I think I screwed up the wheels. Yeah. Okay, well, no, we don't know yet. Because I don't think I've changed these yet, so let's just do 45 degrees. Is it 45? Yeah, it looks like it's 45. Okay, so I guess we don't need 2 bearings here, and that actually looks perfectly seamless. The ramp that I put on kind of does the job. Actually, that's weird. But yeah, I've got ramps on the back, and it makes it really seamless looking. Look at that. I mean, okay, you know what? Let's get rid of the ramp there. Oh. They're low collision blocks. They'll deal with it. Okay, so we're gonna put some 1x3s down here. That should help with the collision and might look really cool. Might not. I have no idea. Let's see if it does exactly what I thought. Oh, they need to be 1x2s. Yeah, so if... Yeah, okay, so they'll be 1x2s just because... That seems fine. It's a little bit tighter anyway. Okay. So lastly, we just got to go sit down, fix up the thrusters in the right proper way, and then we'll be good to go. It's not quite coming back together there, but eh. I mean, honestly, this is a weird, complicated thing. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so let's fix some thrusters. Where'd they go? There they are. Okay, so I like them if they've got the dial on the side. So really, this is the only one that needs fixing. Oh, that was fast. I guess lastly, we should probably sit down and get rid of some of the colors here. Okay, should be good. All the thrusters are unblocked and good to go. So all we need to do is hook them up to a button. Okay, that's rotating the right way. That's rotating the right way. Do I have any more buttons in here? The answer is no. Let's see if I've got some space in the cockpit for a... Okay, yeah, we do. We need that or... I do have some space, actually, right back here. Let's do that, then. I'll just do a regular button like that. Regular button like that. Make them grayscale. Okay. Now let's just hook them all up without accidentally deleting any of other connections, because that would get real bad. And the other consideration I actually have is connecting this transformation to the button itself, so as it flies, it splays open. It's tempting. I'm not sure what to think on that one yet. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, if we press 1, it closes. If we press 2, it closes back down. Let's see. So we want follow camera. Strict follow camera. Unfortunately, I think follow cam doesn't quite work with the follow cam doesn't quite work with Durf's Durf's seats yet. I'll have to bug him about it. It looks like it seems to think it's sideways or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's spread open and let's fly. Oh, interesting. The new thruster effects don't seem to work either. Should probably avoid that for a bit. Okay, so initial flight test seems to be mostly functional. Let's turn them up. I should probably also save before I go too fast here. Yeah, it looks like the unfolding mechanism still gets stuck here. I might have to nix that, but honestly, for now, I don't care. If any of you guys actually want to download this and fix it up so it works a little bit better, that'd be great. A gimbal flight system, if you could somehow cram it in here, would be absolutely amazing. But I'm not expecting anybody to go out that far out of their way for me. Okay, and let's save this. So let's save this as the rocket car. I guess I saved it as the transforming car earlier. Okay, so if I save it as the transforming rocket car with no spaces, it fits. That's good. Yeah, at some point I'll figure out a proper color scheme for this guy, but honestly I'm kind of digging the dark gray. Okay, so let's expand this out. And we got liftoff. So it's a little back heavy for obvious reasons. What I should probably do is actually maybe put a couple of thrusters just to change things around. But as far as things go, I'm really happy with this thing. It's cool. It's fun to drive. The ramps look amazing. The problem is the transforming element to it does make it a little bit laggy. There are collision issues here. They could have been avoided if I had made it transform a little bit, you know, more blocky. But I didn't want to do that. Anyway. It also drives cool. I definitely need to weight down the bottom though a little bit. Let's do that quick. That's probably a pretty quick fix, all things considered. I barely even touched the front. So let's just take a couple of heavy blocks. Let's see. If I just do a strip right along here, and we do heavy blocks. There we go. That should work. Okay, hopefully that'll keep the front from glitching out on me just a tad. Okay, there we go. Cockpit. Oh yeah, the cockpit actually seems to be the source of some of that lag here. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so it still tips up a bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. And this way we should be able to fly along the ground a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, let's fold it back in. Oh, geez. Oh, that broke it a little bit harder than I was expecting. Hey, here's the question I wanted to ask. Yeah, actually, 90% of the lag. No. Okay, good. I was gonna say if all that lag was coming from the, I don't know, I might actually get rid of those heavyweight blocks now that I think about it. Oh, geez. Note to self: heavy landings are not kind on this car. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm happy. It's awesome looking. Let's find a nice spot of ground, maybe with a little bit of green on it. We just take pictures out in the wastes, and it feels kind of like a mistake. I don't know. It's just ugly. So let's get on the other side of these woods, maybe. You know, just so we have some trees in, and then I'll take that screenshot. Yeah, 10 more minutes, and I could make this into 2 episodes. Sometimes I think that. Somebody showed up to one of my streams last night asking for longer Scrap Mechanic episodes. There's no way I'm gonna ever do that. I'm sorry. I simply do not have time. If you want longer episodes, then I'd have to switch to an every other day kind of situation. And I don't think anybody wants that. Well, I don't know, some people might want that. Hard to say. Either way, this was fun to build. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you I'll see you guys next time. Flubbing it on the finish line. That's pretty normal for me, honestly.